2023 rig is finally here with the wrap, all the electronics. It's finally here, and I'm blessed to have this opportunity to be able to run this boat. And I just kind of wanted to walk through what I have rigged and some of the reasoning behind it. So to start on the back, I have some 10-foot power pull blades, and I used 10s on my boat 2 years ago, 8s last year, and I decided to go back to the 10s because when we get in those Pickwick, Gunnersville, those TVA, and even Florida style fisheries, having 10-foot poles makes a huge difference when you're fishing those expansive flats. Next, at the console, I have a Helix 12 and a Lowrance HDS 12 Live. And the thought behind that is I use my Humminbird Helix 12 for side imaging. I think their side imaging is the best on the market, and a lot of people agree to that. The one thing that the Humminbird graph lacks compared to the Lowrance is their waypoint management. So when we're traveling, going to 15 plus tournaments a year, it's a pain in the butt to organize all those waypoints. And then when you add Google Earth waypoints on top of that, or Navionics app or whatever you're using, that's a lot of waypoints to keep track of. So really, I find all my structure on this. On the Lowrance, I keep all my tournament waypoints, or on brush piles, I'll mark them red, green, or yellow, depending on the depth range that they're in. And then something new for this year that I ran on my on the Nitro originally is an iPad, which I don't have the mount or the iPad right now. But instead of last year, I was putting my Google Earth waypoints on the Lowrance. Now I'm just gonna have them on my iPad so that they're not cluttering anything on here, and both these graphs can run as fast as they can. Moving up to the front, I've got a 52-inch Minn Kota Ultrex, and I would highly, highly recommend the 52-inch trolling motor shaft. It makes a huge difference when it comes to offshore fishing, live scope fishing, and the good thing about it is even with the 52, you have more gap room between your 360 and your live scope where you can tighten it up, and then you have room with a 45-inch, you're stuck with where you're at. So 52-inch on there, Humminbird Mega 360, Garmin LSV 34 transducer, hydro wave, and then I got a 126 SV, Helix 12 and a Helix 10, live scope, Mega 360, and mapping. Pretty, not necessarily standard, but fishing at a competitive level, that is now sadly the standard for the graph setup. That's my rig for 2023, and hopefully she catches as many bass as last year.